Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction and read-through for MARRIAGETOXIN chapters 131 and 132, and my reaction to the character poll results. We finally got those this week. I've been waiting for them. They came in a full bonus chapter, so I'm going to be doing a full reaction to that bonus chapter. But first, even though I am very excited to read, I'm gonna obviously be more excited for the character poll results because that's something that's a little different. But these chapters came out first, so I'm gonna read 131 and 132 first and then do the character poll results. As always, I can't show the manga itself, so I'll have the image of the current volume cover up here. We'll probably get another one late this month or early next month, but I'll have the volume cover up here while I read these two. And then for the bonus chapter, it's Shueisha, so I'm still probably not allowed to show it. Shueisha is usually pretty strict on even like reviews. There's been drama in the past where they've taken down videos just for using an image here and there for the sake of reviews. So Shueisha, I'm probably still not allowed to show it. If I feel like I can show any of it, I will. But either way, that's on Manga Plus, so I mean, everything you can read for free, MARRIAGETOXIN on Manga Plus, but I'll leave a link to the character poll results on Manga Plus, in the description and everything here, so that you can go pull it up yourself. But as always, you can read along yourself as usual. But either way, let's just read. Let's just read these, then talk about them as we're reading them and everything, and then I can, get to the character poll results. So, starting 131. We have, so that's the situation, and yeah, last chapter we just did the stuff where we saw what happened to her with the guy who was in charge of the other company. I had to go look back to try to remember his name. It was like Mino Yuji or Minu Yuji. So I had to go back to try to remember his name because I was like, I don't remember that guy's name. So that's the situation. That's why I gotta sort things out at the company. Also, before I react to the character poll results, I will give my predictions for them. I think I've maybe only been spoiled on one thing, but even that is not something I'm like completely sure about. I've tried my best to avoid anything. So that's why I gotta sort things out at the company. A blatantly nasty competitor is on the rise, putting pressure on the young CEO-to-be. I probably can't meet up with you for a while. It's not your fault or anything, though. I'm just facing some issues here. Sorry. I'm gonna be busy, so I thought we likely couldn't see each other for a while. I can't let myself rely on Gero-san when it comes to business matters. We'll need to re-examine our costs, launch a marketing campaign. Oh, and there's also employee benefits. And Ureshino, I'm no expert in this stuff, so I might be way off here. Improving operations is important. But when you're working with the resources you've already got, there's only so much you can do. So maybe that guy has a point. And we have, if that upsets you so much, then all you have to do is make a product we can't copy and bring back your customers with that. Maybe you do have to make an awesome product that they can't copy in order to turn things around. What would be an awesome product, though? Well, I haven't gotten that far. What would Kinosaki do here? Well, thanks for the suggestion. I'll head back and discuss it right away. And then, hey, are you okay? She starts to wither. I haven't eaten much since yesterday. My appetite's taken a hit. But Eshino, may I have just 3 hours of your time? There's somewhere I want to take you. And we see an acupuncture clinic. Okay, that's not what I expected. Wow, I didn't expect Gero-san to know a place like this. What is this place, anyway? A cafe, maybe? Excuse me. Oh, and it's... Of course. I was trying to think, who would be at the acupuncture place? Is it going to be this character, that character? I didn't even think of the very obvious needle user, because we haven't got to learn much about him yet. And Ureshino shrieking in fear. That must have startled you. Sorry, Ureshino. This guy here's a needle user. He's a work colleague of mine. Thank you. Come again. And I love this adorable chibi version of her here. That's so cute. Welcome, Chief, and Ureshino-san. I'm Hayato Tsunagi, a needle user. Welcome, welcome. And we have a bunch of kids. I run this acupuncture clinic when there's no other work. Gotta feed the kids, you know. Needle user. But as you know, I get what you're going through. I've been there myself. I was rushing everything and kept going in circles. I don't have a specific solution to your problem, but I do know that rest and relaxation are essential. Uncle Mitsuhiko said something like that too. And we go into the flashback. I've always thought that building a business is like building muscle. If you want to bulk up even further, then cheat days are a must. She smiles. Alright, I'm in. I've always wanted to try this needle thing at least once. Righto, let's go. I'm ready. And she's on the table already. Oh wow, your brain's exhausted. I'm surprised you're keeping yourself together in this state. And then we have card battling in the background between the kids and Ghetto. It's nothing to be happy about. Then it starts. Oh, this feels good. Welcome, Ureshino's Super Healing Paradise. It's like the tension in my body is melting away. And her stomach rumbles. You're awake. Oh wow, I feel so refreshed. And my appetite's back. We got some takeout from the Taste Users pub. The food just arrived, and we have a flyer from the Gustro pub Izaka. Izaka. Sorry, we'll blow away straight we'll blow you away straight to gastronomic heaven. Taste User? And we have a bunch of food from around the world. I can't, whoa, so many dishes I've never seen before. I can't wait to try these. So good. Careful not to spill anything now. Izaka stepped up his skills once again. We'll blow you away to even greater heights. I wish Kinosaki could taste this too. Thinking about Kinosaki a lot here. Everything was so good. I think I ate too much. Thanks so much for today, Gero-san. It was actually a friend. Oh. Well, he's a friend now, but I'm talking about the sound user who attacked you back then. He's the one who taught me the importance of rest. But now I've made you spend so much time on me, Ureshino. Aren't we past worrying about stuff like that? You can rely on me for anything. I'll give it my all. Then I'll gladly take you up on that, Gero-san. Good to hear. Thanks a lot, Tsunagi. Thank you so much. Anytime. Ureshino-san? I know Chief's kinda weird sometimes, but I hope you don't get tired of being around him. Don't worry, I'd never. After all, you don't get to meet a guy this wonderful every day. Oh, right. My son has a gift for you. Huh? Shuryo-ne-chan, this is for you. A 10 billion% energy regain card. He's really into card games right now. Looks like he drew this one himself. Oh, wow. Thank you so... Then, needle user, taste user, sound user, various special abilities, Gero-san, friendship. Oh, is she putting together something that she can make that can't be copied? Trading card game? Is she going to make a trading card game based on the specialists? But as you know, that's it. The product to usher Balzac's comeback. Gero-san? Yeah? I have a favor to ask. Can you help me develop a new specialist-inspired product? I want to make a card game of professionals, the Specialist Masters. And we have, I love the cards in the background with Ghetto, and then I'm assuming like bug user, needle user, sound user, taste user, the one she's heard so far. A game-changing flash of inspiration. That's a great expression right there. Leave it to me. Okay, this arc's been pretty chill so far, but now we might get into the actual like business competition stuff. And I say it's pretty chill. It's just been one chapter, but it was a very, very fun chapter. I think Ureshino is very, very cute. I think the relationship with Ghetto is very good. So all of this was really nice. It was also really nice getting to see Needle User a bit, because we really haven't. Like, Needle User's kind of been around here and there, but we haven't seen much character-wise. So this was really, really good for Needle User. Also, Gero-san, instead of focusing on Ureshino, has twice mentioned Kinosaki here. But either way, we still get to read more, and I'm still just really waiting to get to the character poll. So let's go read 132. And 132 starts with Kazumama. To create the card game Specialist Masters, they head out to interview specialists. Okay, so I would really like it if we get to see a bunch of the past characters here, like check in with them. That'd be really cool. Huh? Who are you? You got some business with us Windwheel users? And we see, what is it? Mitsuba and Futsuka? Something like that? Something that would have a 2 in it. Card game? Yes, our company's sales are plummeting, and my aunt still hasn't woken up. Right now, my uncle's barely holding everything together with his muscle strength. When you introduced me to the needle user, I realized something. There are actually so many different cool specialists out there, and I thought if we made a card game based on them, we might just be able to revive Balzac. So, you came up with Specialist Masters. I know the underworld is dangerous, but my father's family built this company from the ground up. I can't let it go under, no matter what. Please help me meet with other specialists so we can develop a bestseller. It's true that specialists are often dangerous people you'd never want to associate with. However, I can say that the bunch I've met recently are nothing like that. And I also love seeing like how Naruto changed Ghetto and seeing how his view on the underworld that he was in and specialists and his view on himself has been changed by meeting all these people. If you're up for it, it'd be my pleasure to introduce you to everyone. Now we have a Whirlwind Roundhouse Altered Lineage Amplified. And we have the move. We've seen this one before. The motorcycles are flying. You guys were so cool. I ride a bike myself, you know. You're totally rad too, girl. A motorcycle is like cosplay that embodies speed. Oh wow, Ureshino's fitting right in with them. Thank you so much for your help. You're always welcome here. You got that? I'm gonna save up my pocket money to buy your card game for sure. Ghetto-san, I learned so much from them. That Windwheel Clan move was breathtaking. Great to hear. Next one then. And now we have Kirito. And he does. I'm assuming that's an ice sculpture? We keep our doors wide open for everyone. That's the way of the Iron Clan. I see. Thanks for doing this, Kirito. I'm merely acting as a true rival would. Observe my technique closely and become even stronger, Ghetto-san. Now we have the Izaka sign. And Izaka has 2 E's in it, which is why I'm kind of like holding it for a little extra longer when pronouncing it. So sort of like My Hero Academia's Ida with 2 I's at the beginning. So I feel like the translation maybe should have gone with 2 I's at the beginning. Is that an harmonica? Then welcome, and we see Sota, I think was the name in the background. Presenting a hella special performance to make amends. Alright, you tried to kill me before. That's all water under the bridge though. Please tell me more about the Sound Clan's abilities. A hella big heart. Feel free to go all out tonight. Let me help you out. Everyone's got some awesome moves, right? They sure do. What's even more amazing is that they were all really nice people. I have a feeling it's all thanks to Ghetto-san. It's late now, so we'll save the gun user and hamster user for tomorrow, or later. Ureshino, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? She blushes. Will you please let me work at Balzac? Just as you've taken an interest in the underworld, I've also wanted to experience working in a regular company at least once myself. Your aunt suddenly collapsing has also got me worried. I thought I could serve as your bodyguard of sorts, much like a protector. Ghetto-san, I'm glad you asked. I was thinking of asking you myself. I'm looking forward to working with you. And now we have the company. Alright then, for your first task, please help me write emails to the specialists we interviewed thanking them for their help. Leave it to me, and we have business suit form Ghetto. He starts clacking away at a keyboard. Ghetto-san? Did you finish writing emails to everyone? No, I'm still on the first one. It's for the Windwheel users. And we have a massive, massive message. I want to read what he said. I hope this message finds you in good health. Please allow me once again to thank you for your cooperation in providing us with invaluable research material for our product. Through this research, I had the great honor of closely observing your family's impeccable technique and profound philosophy. I was deeply moved by the passion you each bring to your work. As I watched you deftly manipulate the wind and control your wheels as windwheel users, I gained a new appreciation for the long history of diligence and experience behind your craft. I realized anew that it's only something, spanning probably multiple generations, and then it's cut off, and then I'm assuming this was mastery can be cultivated. Then something Baus is not only the probably roundhouse, something technique, but also something sans. It's truly a something. Much to learn. I love. Okay. I believe this perfectly illustrates the fruits of your relentless dedication to honing your skills day after day. I'm currently at 100,000 characters. I plan to write maybe 20,000 more. That sounds like you'll need to work overtime. I love all the faces we've been getting from Ureshino. It's really cute. Don't worry. I should be done by morning. I really love when characters are like this. Gero is so adorable. No, you shouldn't be working that much. On top of that, sending a whole novel-length email is gonna trouble the receiver, too. I'm sorry. But it's only your first day, so there's no need to let one mistake get you down. Besides, that earnestness is what makes you such a great guy. I also just noticed. I think you might have a hidden talent for writing, Gero-kun. Really? Well, I did spend a lot of time alone as a kid, so I often read books. In card games, there's this thing called flavor text. It's like a blurb that's meant to give you a peek into the world of the game. Then we see, to forest dwellers, flower nectar is a delicacy. Would you like to try your hand at writing these for specialist masters? Since you know what makes each specialist unique, you can probably come up with some really good ones. This is going to be really cute getting to see what he says about everyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I'd be glad to. I've only lived as a poison user ever since I was born, and this is the first time anyone's recognized me for anything other than that. Please, let me work on this. I'd love to try. Then I'll be leaving it to you. However, please note that you're not allowed to work overtime. Sorry to interrupt. Secretary to the CEO, Yano Naoki. Chateau Honore has once again put out a cheaper copy of our product. And we see manufactured by Balzac and manufactured by Chateau Honore. And we have so yummy and oh so yummy. Alright, and then Shiitake Imp and Shiitake Boy. How in the world are they able to sell the same quality at this price? Why target Balzac? And we have the boardroom with the Yuji guy from before. We see Mino Yuji and Chateau Honore CEO. They just happened to catch my eye one day. Bargains back-to-back Balzac. A family, playing at running a company, all buddy-buddy. All I want to do is snatch away the victory that's fallen into the laps of such easygoing fools. I want to snatch it away no matter what. At first, I didn't have high hopes for you specialist lot. I figured you were all just a bunch of clowns, running around with pointless skills for show. However, the drone user you introduced is now an indispensable partner in my business. Well, that's certainly gratifying to hear as your consultant. I look forward to our continued partnership. Doll user. And we get to see a look. Probably not the actual doll user, probably a doll standing in place. But this design is really, the one pulling the strings is, this design is really, really cool. Gorgeous design. I love MARRIAGETOXIN's artwork, so good. The artwork and designs are always so amazing. And they're continuing with that. So, that's all the chapters. We're now caught up again. Very good stuff. But this week, we get the bonus chapter with the character poll results. So, let's go look at the character poll results. And I'm just going to stay on this screen for right this second, but if I think I can show anything, I will. I just might not be able to, though. Again, it's Shueisha, and they generally don't like you showing things. They do strike channels. So with that in mind, I will leave a link to this in the comments and stuff, or description, whatever. If I remember, hopefully I'll remember. You know, you probably have to read along with me anyway, since I don't show the manga as I'm reading, though a lot of you might just listen to these. There's a lot of content that I just listen to as well. I don't actually really watch. But before I get into reading the bonus chapter with the character poll results, I want to talk about some predictions, who I voted for, some fun things like that. So for me, you got to vote every day for like a month, I think it was. So I voted for Kinosaki most of the time because Kinosaki's like my favorite. I definitely gave some votes to Gero though. A lot of my votes went to Arashiyama and Ushio. Those were two of my favorites as well. And then beyond that, I spread out my votes a lot. I know I voted for Nabacha at least once, Kazumama. I definitely voted for... So Nabacha, Kazumama. I may have voted for Kirito at least once. Let me think. There was somebody else that I was thinking of, but now Byakko I think I voted for. So I spread my votes around, but I think the most for me was Kinosaki. And then behind Kinosaki would have been like Gero, Ushio, and Arashiyama. I think those are like my favorite characters, unless I'm forgetting anybody. May have also voted Peachy, I don't really remember. As for predictions, the only thing I think I may have been spoiled on is I think that Naruko is really high, which is and isn't surprising. Naruko's been in a lot of arcs, and I love Naruko. I think he's great. Like, he isn't one of the ones that I would vote for. I kind of like most of the female characters more. So he isn't one I would have voted for, but Naruko being high would be like really cool just because it's unexpected. I thought maybe he'd be popular, but not that popular. So if he is really high, that's crazy to me. I expect Kinosaki and Gero to be very high because main characters are always very high, but Kinosaki and Gero are just both really, 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 really good characters. So on top of getting the main character bonus, I think they're both really good. The difficulty is who is higher. I think Kinosaki might go higher than Gero, because even for me, I rate Kinosaki higher personally. But it could go either way because I feel like people like both of them. Beyond that, I think it might just be my own biases at play, but I feel like Kirito might be kind of high because we just came off of that arc, so there's going to be recency bias. Same goes for like Gaku and Nabecha. Gaku and Nabecha might be kind of high now, whereas if we did this in a few months, they might not have been as high because we have this recency bias for them. So that could be a possibility. I'd like Kazumama to be high, but I don't know if he will. I'd like some of the like Beast User characters to be high just because I think that arc was incredible. But again, it's been so long that I don't know if maybe Tonaka or Toshiro, if they won't do as well. Again, it might be my personal bias, but I really think Arashiyama and Ushio are just that good that to me personally, I think they'll do more well than Himekawa, though Himekawa's going to get a little bit of a recency bias maybe. And I don't think Himi's going to do as well because we haven't seen as much of Himi. And the same goes with Ureshino. Up until now, we hadn't seen as much of her. So I don't think maybe that they will do quite as well as Arashiyama and Ushio. But again, maybe that's just my own personal bias speaking because they're my favorites beyond the main characters. But either way, with some predictions and my own votes expressed, let's actually read the bonus chapter. So we start off with Beppo. I forget, I voted for Beppo at least once probably, maybe Bug User. Yeah, how will some of them do? I don't know how high Beppo will be, or Bug User. I would love if Bug User was kind of high though, that'd be really, really fun. But the long-awaited, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the results of the first ever MARRIAGETOXIN popularity poll project Heartthrob. And I love that we have like Julia Jr. in here, Sirius, then is it just Eddie or Edina? I think it's Edina Zhao. We got Needle User there, Ureshino's uncle, the Miyuki, and then there's Haibu, Haibei, there's Haisei, she's Haichi, I think, or just Haichi. Then Heartthrob. And then 13th place, Leo Beppu, 510 votes. Well, we all know that no one can beat Honey and me when it comes to stealing our readers' hearts. But I bet you ranked pretty high up too, partner. And I love how every panel it's sticking with him. Enjoy the show. Okay, results begin on the next page. Do I gamble showing this? I think I'll gamble showing this, and then if I get in trouble, I can just maybe re-edit the video. Just because it'd be nice to show. And I'm sure it's kind of fine. So let me cut over to a different screen. Okay, I haven't looked yet as I was changing the screen. Now I'm going to look. Okay, we received a grand total of 34,584 votes. That's a good amount for like a Jump series and everything, especially it's not mainline. It's in Jump Plus. That's a good amount. Thanks for the votes, everyone. Hope you keep supporting us. Number 1, Mei Kinosaki, 6,916 votes. Kinosaki is also my favorite character, so totally makes sense. Second place, Genya Naruko. Hella euphoria, highest hella euphoria, hella popular. That is crazy. Naruko being second is nuts, but I'm like so happy. It's so surprising and different. And then third is Arashiyama Kimie. So Arashiyama is third. Makes total sense. I think Arashiyama is just one of the absolute best. We have 3,874 votes. Oh, hey, you do get me. Thanks a ton. Then fourth place is Gero Hikaru. Project Heartthrob is more complex than it seems. You know, the main character being in fourth isn't like terrible to me when it's like Kinosaki's also a main character and Kinosaki being more popular makes sense. And then it's like Arashiyama, I am personally biased, so I am so happy to see her this high up. But the real surprise is Naruko, I feel like. And then fifth place is also a little bit of a surprise. I totally forgot when I was making my predictions to talk about Akakura. Akakura would get that. I mentioned how some of the characters in the past arc might have some, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Some recency bias votes. And I feel like this is like a recency bias vote kind of thing. So yeah, fifth we have Chinatsu Akakura, 3,038 votes. And then because they're kind of tied to characters on the top 5 panel, and we have a colored panel for the top 5, and it looks like we're going to continue, so we might get more down there. We have Sirius was in 12th place with 589. That's so cute. And Erino had 99 votes and was in 19th place. So again, it would take 100 votes to get to like 18th place here. All right. So before I continue down, it looks like this first panel is going to be Ushio, so I'm guessing maybe Ushio was 6th. So just outside of the top 5. Should have voted harder for Ushio. Then again, there's a little bit of a gap. I think Akakura is great. I think Akakura would have been high either way, but I do think there's probably also recency, like, helping out. But then again, Naruko doesn't have recency helping out, right? Naruko was in second. That's crazy. Naruko fans must have been, like, really organizing for this. Then you should know there's no merit whatsoever in voting for me. But I guess I'll at least offer a word of thanks. You know, if I were to do my top 5, my ranking, I kind of said it with my votes. My top 5 would probably be Kinosaki in first. And I struggle with who I would put second between Arashiyama, Ushio, and Gero. They're like my, 2, 3, and 4. I'm trying to think, who would be my 5th? I'll think about who my 5th would be later. They'd be my 2, 3, and 4. I might put Ushio in second, though, and then Gero third and Arashiyama 4th. That might be my top 4. And then we see, Heya, thanks. Kyoko Himakawa, 7th place with 1,930 votes. And Joshua, 18th with 120 votes. Joshua? Okay, 18th. I was going to say Joshua was higher than Sirius, but no, Sirius was 12th. That makes sense. It's Erina that was 19th. Joshua beat Erina, though. Then, I'm in 8th place. So many votes. Thanks so much, everyone. Areshino Shiori, 1,539 votes. I forgot about Teruaki as well. I would have thought that he would have done well. I mean, he did do well. He's in the top 10, but potentially even more well. Like, if he was in top, like, 7 or even top 5, if people really liked him, I wouldn't be that surprised. But I guess he really hasn't had that much time on screen. Something's not right. How's Hikaru-sama not number 1? Then, I haven't shown up at all recently, though. How'd I get 10th? 10th was Nakagawa Piichi. That makes sense. I thought Piichi would be high. We haven't seen him in a while, so maybe that's why he's so low, but, you know, I feel like Piichi deserves a high rank. Then, even though I expected Kirito might be higher than this, honestly, because of the recent arc and how much he was in it. I'm busy with tempering right now. Maybe later. Arima Kirito, 695 votes. And 17th was Arima Nabe with 192 votes. Hey, I was one of those 192. I voted for Nabecha. So Nabecha is in 17th. That's pretty cool. 14th, Himi Makoto. Again, the least sort of seen waifu candidate, I guess. So it makes sense. Only being like the least seen that she would be the lowest of them in the rating. We have 14th, we have 395 votes, and then what? You voted for me? You're all creeps, but thanks. And then, okay, there's something down below, but before I read the thing on the side, her, and then Hanamaki Toshiki, 392 votes. I'm glad that he did so well. I love Bug User. And then Kanawa Kazuma, 16th place, 295 votes. I also gave votes in there for Kazumama. Ain't that something to be grateful for? Byakko with 96 votes. I also put in some votes for Byakko, 20th place. And then 21st place was Taxi Driver with 95 votes. So, how'd your favorite character rank? Keep supporting MARRIAGETOXIN from here on too. And then we have more of the characters there. So I wonder how much, like, did Julia Jr. not do that well? We don't have a box. The full ranking is shown on the next pages. I love that we get a full ranking. I hate when character polls don't give us the full ranking. I want all the info. I want all the stats. And you can find a textless version of the ranking illustrations at the end. Okay, huge. So any of you, I'm gonna, like I said, link so that you can see all of this yourself, have all the images yourself if you want to screenshot. But, okay. We have the voting results here, just the straight data. We have top 10 was Kinosaki, Naruko, Arashiyama, Gero, Akakura, Ushio, Himakawa, Ureshino, Teruaki, and Nakagawa, Piichi. I am not used to saying Piichi's surname. Okay, so that was our top 10. And then moving into the top 30, we had Kirito, Sirius, Beppu, then Makoto. We have Sirius as the highest rated animal, deserved. Then Bug User, Kazumama, Nabecha, then Joshua, Irina, and Byakko making the top 20. Going to the top 30, we got Taxi Driver, then Kirara, then Haichi. Haichi did well here. Then Miyuki, Tonako, Kojiro. Well, Kojiro was the one I was like, what is he, Futsuka or something? Right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Is Kojiro the brother? Or is he... Yeah, he would be the brother because that's the wheel username is Kannawa, right? There's a different surname for the Wind God. Then Julia Jr. down in 27th. Justice for Julia Jr. We needed more. Gaku is in 28th. You know, Gaku I could have seen being higher because of recency. And Mouse Boss is in 30th. I skipped over Akari. Akari's in 29th. Mouse Boss is in 30th. Then continuing to see the rest, we've got Arimura Marin. I think, okay, so 30th, so that's a tie with the Mouse Boss. I wish we got vote numbers for these two. Marin is Peachy's girlfriend, right? Ureshino Mitsuhiku is the uncle to Ureshino. Again, quizzing myself on these characters without images. If I had images, it would help. Kenichi Kitami. Kenichi Kitami? Who was that again? I don't remember who that was. But they're higher than Toshiro, and Kazuya was the Wind God I mentioned before, Amagi Kazuya. So yeah, the brother then is Kojiro, or maybe Kojiro is the adoptive father of of... I'll see when I see the rest of these names and see if there's like a Futsuka or something like that. He might be the adoptive father of Kazamama. Kitami Kenichi. Why am I... Oh, is he the artist? He might have been the artist guy from like the first arc. Then Amaki Kazuya, that's the Wind God. Toshiro Dogo. It's a shame that Toshiro was so low. He was such a cool antagonist. I think arguably the best antagonist so far. So I hope we get to see more in the future. We have Izaka, Sota. So Sota is pretty low, honestly. Undying-kun. Don't remember that. Sakazuki Reiji is the ghost user. Kanawa Mitsuba is the female, female sibling. Sister, we have a word for that. The sister for Kazamama. Then Arima Morito was the one sensei guy that likes his food. Tsunagi, I don't remember. Hakucho Takeru. Or was Hakucho Takeru? is that the artist? I don't remember some of these. Sakakibara Rina, then Odin Miso. I don't remember Miso Odin. Then the Sensei, Dangerous Takarazuka, Julia, the Cream Puff Bomber, Hanazawa Gota, Kurokawa Haibu. The Kurokawa family is, as a whole, a lot lower than I expected them to be. Haibu's down in 50th. Then Itabashi Tomohisa, Egg, the Hound Brothers, Kirishima. Okay, so Kirishima's the one we just don't know about yet, and we just had the flashback. Hanamaki Anna, that's the wife to the bug user. Then Yamada Masahide, Heiwajima Takeo, Chuto, Horita Masanori, Hamawaki Hiromi, Corpus Gun Nobuo, Kurokawa Haibe, Tahara Tankin. Then there was almost 100 characters. Itabashi Yosuke, Kinosaki Okuto. Okuto is, I guess the voting would have happened before we got the chapter with Okuto. So, Okuto extremely low. Brenda, Agaha, Namagawa Ruson, Himi Yukio. Okay, that was probably the father to Himi back in that arc, right? High King. Kushimi Nagihito, Shibasaki Yumiko. Like a lot of these I probably do not remember without images. Kankaiji Yukihito, then Kurokawa Haikichi, Kurokawa Hayato. It's crazy how low most of the Kurokawa family is. Tahara Sumizo, the owner of the Gustro puppies, Izaka, Arimura Yoshiko, I Give More, Kikuno, and Ryumon Takeshi, Jojobaru, Naoto, Missile User Sensei, Wheels Clan Dad. Okay, so we didn't have a name. So why is the brother, why is Kojiro this high? Why is Kojiro that high? So we didn't get a name for him. He's just the Wheels Clan Dad. Shiragane Masato, Hunting Gun Hiroshi, Drift Gun Genji, Kurokawa Heisei. Heisei being very low down here. I guess we really didn't get to see or know much of anything about him. Kurokawa Hainosuke, Makizo, Knuckle, Ureshino Futai. Futai is crazy low. Ureshino Kazuhito, we haven't really seen him alive, right? Awamonjiro, then Zao Ginji, and Heiwajima Gozo. Okay, and now we have our top 5 plus Sirius and Erina color spread. Okay, so I will leave a link to that. That was so fun. I love character polls. I love that they gave us the full listing. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Really, really, really appreciate all of this. Thank you so much for watching, for being here, though. I guess I can go ahead and transition over to this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Like if you like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, the character poll results, my thoughts on everything. What were the ones that you voted for? What did you expect out of the ranking? What's surprising to you? Comment down there. We can talk in the comments. If you want to subscribe for much more manga, anime, and stuff, it'd be appreciated. If you want to follow on Twitter or join the Discord, you can. We can talk there too. If you would like to support the channel by dropping a super thanks or by sharing it around. That's very much appreciated. If you would like to help support the channel by becoming a patron or channel member, you can get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece videos a bit early. Hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already patrons and members. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, FRNono, JA and the D-Band, Cherryton student David Langstaff, Slayer candidates SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pater Real, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.